swinging his, maybe even using a giant.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to Cog Talk, a podcast brought to you by Cogstop Productions, home of podcasts, tabletop, and geek talk. 12 Years Hollow, the Cog Talk theme, is written and performed by Bear Ghost. To listen to this track and more, check out www.facebook.com/BearGhostAttacks. Hi, welcome to Cog Talk, a Cogstop Productions podcast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Scott.
I'm Josh.
And our guest today is...
Rob.
Which Rob? We have two Robs.
Rob Burns.
Yes.
Head of Bachelor 69.
The colorful Rob. The fully sleeved tattooed long hair Rob with facial hair. Not to be confused with the quarter sleeve facial hair, long hair tattooed Rob.
Yeah.
This one has Sonic.
I'm also Green Ranger Rob.
Okay.
There you go, Green
work.
Ranger Rob.
Speaking of which, today we're recording from the Mega Zord. Why? Because Josh looks like fucking Billy.
No.
And you've
We're
already
in
called...
a garage.
Nope, we're in the Mega Zord.
We're in a
You're the Blue
garage.
Ranger. And I see that you've already called Green Ranger, which means I'm the Red Ranger.
Also, I have my Morpher, so it
Absolutely not.
stands.
Don't you do it.
I'm obviously the leader.
Don't you do it.
If I was the Blue Ranger and I had my little time machine bug, I would fix a lot of problems without ever having to morph.
Was it a time machine? I thought it could only fly.
It could do both.
We're all glossing over the fact that I made the joke that Scott's the Black Ranger.
I hate you
It's
so
obvious.
Because he can dance?
Can you just say Mastodon
too.
just once?
Because Zach was the only one that could slam dunk?
Sure.
much. Really?
Show us some of that hip-hop keto.
Did he actually do hip-hop
Yes,
keto?
he
Yes,
did.
it was
son
his
of a
designated
bitch.
martial arts.
Yeah.
So before we get into our first topic, which is obviously Power Rangers, Scotty boy, you had a special message for a special day and a special lady.
Yes, I did. This is for all the mothers out there, especially mine. This is a little late, but happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, just slightly late. Just it'll be released at the cusp of Mother's Day. So also happy Mother's Day, Mom. Oh yeah, you two motherfuckers stay silent. They
Happy
was born in
Mother's
a
Day,
pod.
Mom.
Yeah, so happy pod day to you, Josh. We're so glad that they cut your little circle of umbilical cord
It's actually
3
at the
years
back
ago.
of the neck. It's for floating purposes.
You have no belly button.
No.
You're like the guy from Luther and
Straight out of
Wolfenstein.
Matrix.
Exactly.
So
Weirdo.
I didn't hear about this news until Robert brought it up. Robert, you tell me that there's a big Power Ranger thing coming up on the horizon. What is it?
So, I would think it was Monday or Tuesday. I don't know the days of the week. It sucks. But Lionsgate announced with Haim Saban that they have partnered up to make a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reboot movie. It's going to be completely new, most likely new actors, a complete reboot for possibly a new franchise to be like The Hunger Games and Divergent and all those, to be a nice movie series.
So we're gonna have like a trilogy of Power Rangers where it's like, I love the Red Ranger, but I also love the Green Ranger. Life's confusing.
It could be. They haven't really announced anything about it yet.
We do know that it's going to take a darker tone.
Yes,
As a lot of movies have been
It's
doing
still
lately.
going to be based towards children, with air quotes.
Yeah.
But I think it has a lot to do with the fan service for the older viewers that are more familiar with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And so this was announced. When I saw it, I woke up for work, checked Facebook, saw it on Jason David Frank's fan page, followed the link to MTV News, then also to IGN, and then it's also been all over Lionsgate Twitter.
So it's
Yeah.
well-known internet knowledge. Josh, you look like you want to say something on that.
Yeah.
Triceratops.
When I heard about this, I also looked up a few other websites. Deadline.com was a big one. Gave me a lot of good information. There's a possibility they're looking for Liam Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth brother.
Yep.
Brother of
for,
Thor. He's an Odin
the
son.
Red Ranger.
I can see that.
He's really skinny in my opinion, but yeah. The big thing is they're making this new push with movies first because the series was kind of on the downward spiral when the first movie actually came out.
Yeah.
So they wanted to try and switch it up this time around.
Give it a revitalization.
Yeah, there was a reason for that too. Everybody saw these 3 new actors come in that were like, who the hell are these guys? This isn't Jason. What is this?
Well, first of all, I'm glad that they're rebooting it. I hope that this one ends with a nutshot too, like the other Power Rangers movie. Second of all, you say darker tone. Do you think they're gonna go like too dark? Like, because Lionsgate, if I remember correctly, also is one that did all 7 Saws.
Yes, they did.
So it's like Rita's up there with like a fucking, I don't know, some kind of sickle thing. Like they got the clock pendulum beating a man to death.
Since you said that, there's probably going to be a movie arc to where she captures Kimberly. She has to go through a test to survive, and all the Rangers have to watch.
Yeah, totally.
And she's gonna have this
watch Jesse
amazing
get,
clown
like,
makeup.
beat the
Yeah,
shit
it's
out
gonna
of him.
be a puppet that they brought to life.
Goldar's a puppet now.
And then she'll say like, "Make my monster grow," and
Oh.
just have like traps everywhere throughout the city. So
Watch next April. They're going to be like, this was all a joke. It's all sock puppets.
Sock Puppet Power Ranger sounds awesome.
I would probably still go see that movie.
Starring Bernie Burns with his fancy socks.
Oh yeah.
That would work. I don't know what socks he wore in the last podcast. I only listened to it.
They
I
were
didn't see
polka
that.
dots.
The last one I saw, yeah, he was wearing polka dots.
So it's gonna be like the polka dot and the plaid ranger,
Yeah.
the athlete's foot sock ranger,
Probably.
and then the no sock ranger.
His
just
special
a
move
foot
is
up there.
Kung Shu.
Hey, there you go. I was waiting for that joke to come out. I could see you working towards
Yeah.
it. And there's a little line where it's like joke. It's a little cruise missile joke. So, we all noticed that, or we all mentioned before that it was going to be a younger cast, which I personally agree with because I would be pissed as hell if it was like Brad Pitt ass.
Oh god.
Well, somebody on the Power Rangers fan page on Facebook was saying like, "Oh, why aren't they going to bring back the originals?" And I made a comment. I was like, "It'd be."
They can only bring back 4.
No, wow. No, but what I said was like, if they brought back older actors and original actors, it would be like middle-aged people with responsibilities.
Former child actors with attitude.
have you seen Billy? Like the guy who plays Billy now?
Yes.
What he looks like now? He's fat. He's aged horribly, and he's
He's not
very
fat.
bald. Last time I saw him.
No,
He-
he
he-
just did a broadcast with what's her name? The girl that played Kimberly. Can't remember her name right now.
Oh,
Amy Jo Strong.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
He just
she's
did a
actually
webcast with her because she was doing her music, and he was in good shape.
Okay.
He was in really good shape.
Yeah, last time I saw
Okay.
him, he was getting out of shape, so I guess he decided to pull it together and
Oh.
get back in shape.
All right.
That's cool.
Probably on the market.
Hey.
Hey.
Why are we interested in his love life?
Because it's the reason he left Power Rangers.
Like he's driving around in a Volkswagen, like, sup?
It's probably the
This is a
original
time
Volkswagen
machine.
from the show. It's just like, this is mine. Puts his Blue Ranger helmet on and just drives.
If I saw someone driving a blue, they hate.
Sup, Zach, you steal that car?
Wow.
Oh, because Zach has to steal the car.
It's what he was arrested for.
Wait, like the actual actor?
Yes!
Yeah.
I did
Like
not
a
know
year and a
that.
half ago.
Did you see that video where it was like the dude in the Black Ranger suit being pulled over by the cops and then they
Wasn't
all
it a
started
parody
dancing
for
and
it?
everything? Yeah, it was a parody of what really fucking happened.
Oh god! I thought it was just a shits and giggles video. I did not know.
No, the news got out that he was arrested for Grand Theft Auto, a video game. And then they posted that video to make fun of it, of the guy going in front of the cops.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're ever going to do like a VH1 Where Are They Now for like children's TV shows, where it's like, you know, here's
Jason
what
David
happened.
Frank at every Comic Con.
Oh yeah, like he's to my knowledge he's one of, well, actually no, I should say like he's one of the successful ones from the series.
Very.
Oh yeah.
Like definitely the face guy of it. I didn't want to say like one of the only ones because I assume, you know, like Amy Jo Strong is doing Flashpoint and stuff like that, and she's doing her own shows which are
But
doing well.
he and himself is synonymous with the show. Like,
Oh,
even
yeah.
with the 20-year anniversary Super Mega Force Stupid War, it's the return of Tommy. Like, it's their giant headline on every poster. It's Tommy's coming back.
Now you hear Power Ranger, the first thing that pops in your head is either Zordon or Tommy.
Unless you're one of the newer viewers. But
Then you're just an unfortunate bastard.
about-
if I have kids,
Back in time.
I'm making them watch the whole thing. I'm not. No, you're not watching Super Mega Super Samurai Mega Force Person. No, you're watching Mighty Morphin. You're watching Zeo.
I bet you that's an actual
Turbo.
name of it is Super Mega Force Super Samurai
Well,
something.
the next one that they've announced is called Dino Charge, which has a total of 10 or 12 Rangers. Total?
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a big cast, and as far as I've heard, the Sentai is amazing, but they've ruined this Sentai. Like Gokaiger, loved it. Super Mega Force, hate it. But honestly, like a lot of people are speculating, like with how Tommy's coming back, they're like, oh, how's he getting his powers back? And they're like, oh, they're gonna explain it because there's this famous moment, semi-famous moment on the first episode of Super Mega Force. The Black Ranger went to green. He's like, does anybody else notice that my key's green now and I'm the Black Ranger? And Ghosté, who's the Zordon, is like, there's a good answer for that, and I'll explain it. And then the alarms start going off. He's like, but you have to go fight now. And then you never get an explanation.
I'd have to say right now, I feel a lot less geeky right now, just because.
I have a doctorate.
Oh, thank God, because I don't know what the fuck he's saying. He said,
you don't understand that like the actual Power Rangers is Sentai in Japan.
yeah, see, when he said Sentai, I thought that, ooh, I got a new porn to look up later.
I figured it was the original from Japan.
Because we get like half the show. Because
Yeah.
all Saban does is like keep the robot fighting, all the giant stuff, just from the original, and then we'll do what the people need to do.
And there's maybe like 5% that's actually their American actors in the suits.
Well,
doing
time out, because that's sometimes great, because I'd rather see, Goku blow a hole through Cell's chest rather than Goku learns how to drive.
No.
Yes, absolutely. That was an awful episode.
That was
I want them both.
You at the same time?
Yes.
I
It's
want
like I'm gonna
Goku
K
learning.
turn Kamehameha you.
I want Goku learning how to drive, looking at Cell, driving towards him, Kamehameha through the windshield. Done.
Yeah.
He's gonna do a drive-by against Cell. That is my selling point for that episode.
The hard life of Dragon Balls in the Hood.
Dragon Balls in the hood.
Is it like Tupac and Biggie?
Sure.
Dragon Balls in the hood.
Goku
Did you just
goes
call
down.
Shenron
Goku
horny?
and Picky.
Yeah.
Just Shenron's horny.
Oh yeah.
Dragon Balls in the hood. Mm-hmm.
So, since we got the Power Rangers, kind of I don't want to even say reboot because it's still
Well, they're calling it
around, but it's like it's a re-imaging.
Yeah.
What other childhood franchises would you want to see kind of reimagined, like kind of get their big movie? Like personally, I'll go first. Fuck you all. I'm taking this spot. I would love to see Thundercats redone. They made a fan trailer a little bit ago with Brad Pitt as Lion-O, 3 other actors I didn't realize, and Vin Diesel as Panthera. And I absolutely loved it. Like, all they did was they took images from Riddick and, like, Troy and other movies and kind of put them in a sci-fi background, photoshopped them, stuff like that. And the mere concept of it looked great. And since Thundercats kind of, like, did the, hey, we're an 80s cartoon show, and it's like, now we're a weird-ass anime, like, it'd be great to see, like, a big production done for it. What about you, Scott? I see you glaring at me through the corner of my eye.
It's not really childhood considering when it came out, but I want the reboot of The Last Airbender because fuck M. Night Shyamalan. He ruined a beautiful series that could have been a great trilogy, and he fucked it up.
Is it just me, or did that movie really just feel like a clip show? Like there was no smooth integration scene.
There wasn't.
It was like clip.
It was choppy as fuck.
Clip. It was like a series of trailers. Like, oh, here's this trailer for the movie. Here's the
Yeah.
next one. Here's the next one.
To be
exactly
fair,
what it was.
To be fair, though, he was trying to take something with that much lore and that much, like, well, to be frank, episodes, and try and condense it into a movie, and that was a really hard show to condense into a movie.
Not season 1.
Plus, they got the wrong director for it. I mean, if I said, hey, we're going to make an action movie about bending elements and fire and water and earth and things exploding and kung fu, I can give you, like,
Michael Bay.
Jim Wan, G-Wan, or I can give you M. Night Shyamalan. It's like, I can give you the guy that did The Raid, I can give you the guy that did Transformers, or I can give you the guy that did fucking Unbreakable. You would not choose the guy that did Unbreakable.
No.
Like, someone fucked the pooch picking M. Night.
And that's why I want to reboot, because it can do... It will do so much better, especially with it having come out so recently in movie time, that if they were to be like, hey, we messed up, here's what we meant to give you.
Wasn't something going on to where he actually did get greenlit for the second movie?
Initially, yes, he was greenlit, he was writing the script, and then after, it was like 2 or 3 months after the movie came out, there was so much hate towards him for it, that they were like, alright, no. And it's been shelved.
What if they did more apology movies right after? Where it's like, hey, that's not how The Matrix ended, sorry. Whoopsies. Hey, we
Dragon
know
Ball
you...
Evolution, not canon. No, just forget about it.
Yeah, like, if they did a movie to compensate every movie that bombed.
They do it with video games, why not movies?
Not always. Some video games just die, and some video games go into a 20-year coma and then shit out Duke Nukem Forever.
Well, okay, Mortal Kombat did it. NetherRealm Studios. Mortal Kombat versus DC. Did it, and then they were like, "Oh, yeah, no, that was a piece of crap. Here's Mortal Kombat."
Yeah, that's true. They did it right. What about you, Robert? You got any? What would be your big franchise reboot? I know Power Rangers is up, and you're kind of like.
I'm gonna go with
looking.
another Heinz Saban thing. Beetleborgs. Come on now, you can't go wrong with Beetleborgs.
I don't think that would pan out.
Probably not, but I'd still love to see it.
Like if you went to a kid and it's like, there's these guys who dress like Beatles with powers in a haunted house.
If they can take the suits from Beetleborgs and throw it in the Forever Red episode of Power Rangers and play them as villains, they can remake the damn movie, or they can remake it as a movie.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying like the concept of Beetleborgs. Because correct me if I'm wrong, because I watched like maybe 3 episodes when I was 6.
Power Rangers is teenagers with attitude, and Beetleborgs is kids with bug morphers.
Yeah, but
Essentially.
their station
Fighting
was
comic book villains,
but their station was
It's
a
all their
haunted
fault.
house.
which would be badass.
It's all their fault. Like, the point of Beetleborgs is it's all their fault. It's not some random astronaut opened a space tube. No.
Wait,
but
we
isn't
wish
that-
for powers and villains to fight.
But isn't
Oh
that
shit!
a
We
good
wish
message?
for the really powerful villain by accident.
But isn't that a good message to clean up what you did?
That would be a good message
make
for
stupid
a
wishes?
single episode. That was for 2 seasons?
I think it went on for 4.
4 seasons. That was a message stretched across 4 seasons. You stretch something that far across, it's going to lose its meaning. Because after a while, it's like, they can morph, they can turn metallic, they can giant butt friends.
Now, refresh my memory. Who did they wish this from? Was it someone in the haunted house?
No comment.
That
I
means
believe
yes.
so. I believe so. Yeah.
So there wasn't like, I don't know, an adult role of like, hey, are you sure you guys really want to wish for that? We know that you're minors. You're probably going to fuck things up.
Of course not.
Of course not. And it was in the big... That's like if Zordon came by and it was like, hey, I'm going to give you the Mega Zord, but not give you the knowledge how to drive it. That's the level of irresponsibility that just happened in that
Well, don't
haunted
you know in the
house.
Power Rangers fandom, they're just expected to know. Like, they had an episode where the new series got their Zords and they're like, it's amazing, I already know how to drive it.
Yeah, they actually did that. I recently just watched the first episode again on Netflix, and they stated that as they jumped in. It's like, I already know how to do this. It's like, well, thank God you know how to control giant fucking robots. Because I know...
right.
yeah.
I obviously went to the wrong high school. If that was in part of my curriculum, you know, like, if you randomly get picked by an alien being of good to pilot giant robots, this is how they work.
Well, do you live in a
I would
place that
take
has a
that
name
class
like
every
Angel Grove?
year.
You got like a major in robot mechanics and a minor in karate.
Hey, hey now, don't diss my doctorate in morphonology.
Did you double major in time traveling Volkswagens?
Sure.
Oh god.
So we have a doctorate in, what did you say, morphology?
Morphonology.
Morphonology.
I got a BA in badassery.
I've got my doctorate in hoobology, so I guess. Do you have anything?
Nerd.
I got certificates.
So,
That's how I built my bug.
He's got a D.
I have a certificate in Excel.
What would the Beetleborgs remake like really do besides just like reskin it? Like, would you change any of the plots? Like, if you personally were in charge
Honestly,
of
at this point, 2 words, fan service.
It would resurrect a pedophilic Elvis ghost.
Was that actually a character in that?
Their
Yeah.
Zordon-esque character was an Elvis-looking vampire ghost guy.
No, he wasn't a vampire.
I don't remember.
He
He
called
didn't-
himself a phasm.
Sounds kinky.
Like an Orphasm?
Happy Mother's Day.
Mom, I got you an orphasm.
Oh god. Anyways,
Aren't you proud?
I guess that's a part of my childhood that I just blocked out. Like Mummy's Alive. Like I didn't remember the show until I like saw it on YouTube again, and it came back. It's like, oh god, that was an awful show.
Okay, if
It's like, oh,
Beetleborgs
ah.
isn't gonna work, what about VR Troopers? You remember VR Troopers?
Absolutely not. I remember that I had a toy for it. It broke instantly because it was made from China or something.
They had
Made
big-
from China.
They had big plans for that show to tie in with Power Rangers to like combine the universes, but everyone was like, fuck this, I'm gonna watch Power Rangers. So
Yeah.
we never got
thank
it.
God they
would've
don't-
done well.
Thank that God they don't do that with more like toy lines, because that's the main thing behind this. This is like a toy line TV show like Transformers was. But correct me if I'm wrong, but Transformers is Hasbro Nabisco? Is that who makes Transformers, like the toys?
Nabisco?
Hasbro.
Well, but isn't Hasbro Nabisco like
No,
weren't they
it's
merged
Hasbro
now?
and something else, but it's not Nabisco.
Okay, but it
Isn't
Hasbro.
Nabisco food?
Yeah, Nabisco is crackers.
Hasbro.
Go!
It's
Oh,
Hasbro
and
Triscuit.
actually, fun fact about
Snack box, roll
is it
out.
Hasbro Bandai? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because like they combined and the name was either Hasbro Bandai or Bandai Hasbro, and because one of them owned the other one, but their name came second, they're like, no, we're renaming the name, and all they did was switch them.
But like, if they did that with more franchises like that, then it would be like, oh no, it's Transformers and Barbie. No, Barbie is Mattel.
Well,
I'm out of my element. I don't know children's toys anymore.
For a lot of these shows, like Power Rangers, VR Troopers, Beetleborgs, Transformers, all those shows, it's purely based on selling toys. Like that's Haim Saban's biggest market is just kids buying the toys. Which, like in the episode Forever Red, they made the ending purely to advertise there's a motorcycle toy coming out.
Yeah.
So it's like when movies do that like really long shot of like what car they're driving, like the transporter, where it's like motherfucking Audi.
Exactly.
It's like the Audi from every angle and like doing backflips.
Yeah, and
it's
it
like
can
a
be
big
going through
Audi commercial.
it can be going through a desert and jumping off stuff.
Yeah,
but
or
it's
the-
still clean as shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like every Transformer movies, it's like, what's Bumblebee now? Motherfucking Camaro, or whatever car it was. It was just like
It's a Camaro.
Yeah, it was a big, long dick stroking of a car commercial.
It is all definitely toy stuff.
Yeah, since you guys didn't ask me, assholes.
Because you're Billy. Billy didn't count.
Yeah,
Zach
when
counted
did-
more than Billy.
When did Billy ever get an opinion?
Billy was so responsible for saving his ass.
The
all
only
damn
time Billy became relevant was when Jason, Trini, and Zach left and the three new people come in. They're like, okay, now you can have a say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, other
And
than
then he
that,
got
Bill-
replaced by a child.
Yep.
Billy was a plot device. I hate to say it, but Billy was like,
Yeah.
shit, we need a smart guy in case something happens and they need to do something. Like, every other person was like, I'm an ass kicker, 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 I'm a smart guy.
That,
Well,
that,
it's-
that was the whole thing for Billy.
It
Like
was-
the first season, part of his first season.
Right.
Yeah, he would fight. He literally would run away from the
And then get
hunts.
saved by Trini.
Trini or Kimberly.
Right,
Yep.
but in the end it was Tommy, badass, Jason, badass, Zach, badass, Kimberly, semi-badass, Billy, really smart person, Trini, badass that can actually understand and translate for Billy.
Yes. She was basically his brain. What I want rebooted is Double Dragons.
Ooh. That's how good you can tell that answer just was, because the three other nerds at the table went, yeah.
Because I love the show. As awful as that movie is, I love the movie.
We're right.
I'm gonna
But
go
I
home and
still
watch
want
it.
to see it done better because I don't want the main monster not being just a shadow, but being a guy on roids.
That's true. Like, I think that the Shadow is like Shredder, where the re-imaging of him could do really great. Like, because, Double Dragon, cartoon Double Dragon, Shadow looked like a pro wrestler. Like, let's face it, he had the little mask and he had like the armor and he looked like a roided out pro wrestler. But like, Shredder from the movies looks like he's gonna be pretty fucking solid. Like, they reimagined his costume and stuff like that and kept the like principle of it, but added so much more. They added so much more like layer to it in depth and made it look awesome.
Yeah.
So Shadow is definitely one of those guys that can do that. And who knows, maybe bring back Robert Patrick to play that.
Is he even still around?
Robert Patrick? Yeah, he was just in a movie. Wasn't he just in The Marine with John Cena? The whole like they killed my wife.
Do you remember
That
when
was-
the Rain
That was like 5 years
Years
ago.
ago.
I know, but he's been in other things too. He usually plays like a sergeant of some kind. He plays a military guy now.
Meanwhile, Scott, checking IMDb.
Yep.
Yep. So while he does that,
Hold on. No.
Yeah.
I want to reboot, or I want to say something else. I don't like my answer anymore. Okay. I don't like my answer anymore. I want to reboot Metabots. into a live action movie.
I have no idea what you just said. I assume that I have another porn to look at.
It's an anime about kids that get to play and have fights with little robots that talk and have feelings. But they can also switch out their body parts if they don't want their body parts on their robot anymore.
And
They already have Lego movies.
Essentially.
I want a Metabots. I want a live action Metabots movie done by Christopher Nolan. I want Christopher Nolan and Michael Bay to pair up on that. That would be amazing.
Scott, it sounds like you just cut up a magazine and threw it up to me. I have no idea what the fuck you're saying.
No, that's exactly what he did. That is exactly what he did. Shame.
Like you just took like the most popular names with an obscure thing and just went, ah! Also, Schwarzenegger, why?
Do you know Metabots?
A little bit. I remember it a little bit.
Well, no, because you know Metabots, Josh. So you know for a fact.
I
you
know
what
that
I'm
Michael
talking
Bay
about.
is not the go-to guy for that.
He's the go-to guy
No.
for the weapons.
No. You
Christopher
get
Nolan
Guillermo
does
del
better.
Toro.
Okay, I concede that. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
Thank you.
Scott got put in his fucking place. He had his head hung in shame and everything. It was great.
The Marine with John Cena.
I'm calling 2006, 2007.
Even if that's the case, the guy still could have died.
It's still nearly 10 years, and yeah, it was 2006.
Yeah. Robert Patrick would have died. He's a motherfucking T-1000.
And the Shadow.
And the Shadow. And the bad guy from the Marine that took his wife.
There's a word for that. It's called a good villain.
Yeah, he always plays like the, I wouldn't say like the asshole villain, but kind of like the charismatic
The
villain.
smug.
Yeah, the neener villain.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
That's right. That's a professional
I've got your
term.
talisman.
I got your wife. I've got you. I'm trying to kill your savior of your future nation. So that sounds like a great time to do the plug before Scott fucks me up. Hey, do you want your advertisement here? You can. This would be a great place to put everything. Don't lick my hand, you sick fuck. Anyways, while Scott licks my palms, I could be advertising for you, because that is awesome. So send in your advertisement request to cogsupproductions@gmail.com. I am completely off guard with this. You know what? I think we're having too much nerd time right now. We need to wipe my hand off, first of all.
Can I ask a quick question? Did you really just say Cogsnot?
Cogstop Productions.
No, at first when you messed up, you said Cogsnot.
Okay, well, you can also catch us at Cogsnot. No, you can't. Fuck you. So I feel like we need to have our man card kind of redeemed a little bit after talking about motherfucking Metabots or whatever the fuck you said.
Metabots!
I have no idea what you're saying.
Deckable Metabee!
I have no idea what that is.
I'm gonna make you watch it.
Please don't. So, the draft is coming up. Yep, it's actually today.
It's been this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
Oh, well, there you go.
So we've just had
because
the
we
draft.
watch sports.
I do.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, fuck you.
Sports, balls, other things.
I care about the important sports, like the
Balls.
Patriots. So, I know they're part of the draft. I get to say it. I get to act completely oblivious for this one. Josh, you had an idea earlier about pulling our own kind of draft. I'm not sure if it'll quite redeem our man card, but I feel like I want to argue with someone, especially Scott.
Everybody always
Yes.
wants to argue with me.
I was saying we needed a draft like a 3-man team. You know, if we were going to send them to fight each other, who would it be from like video games? And I hate you, Scott, for your choices.
Yes, because I have the worst
So
choice.
there was a limitation, though, right? Like you had to have one hand-to-hand combatant,
Yep.
one melee weapon combatant, and one ranged weapon combatant,
Yes.
right? So that way you can't be like, oh, well, I've got like every fucking thing from here, and they just come and smash your planet.
Yes.
So, who wants to go first? I can see Scott sitting here with a shit-eating grin about his.
I want to go last.
Okay, well, you can go last because I'm going to rip your balls off. Happy Mother's Day in this argument.
I know. That's why I'm going last.
All right, I'll go first. So, first of all, I wanted to cheat a little bit with my hand-to-hand combatant. So I had to pick Snow from Final Fantasy XIII. Main reason, because he can also fucking summon. And he had the weird, like, Shiva motorcycle combo. I don't know how they made a bike still. I don't know how that works. Like, everything turned into a vehicle in that game. And it was 2 hot blue chicks that somehow made a motorcycle. Second person, melee weapon person, had to go with my man, Raiden from Metal Gear Solid Rising. Main reason, Metal Gear Ray, fuck that, cut it in half, very first thing of the game. Because he is awesome. And he also starts missing limbs and decides, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. And you cannot doubt that. My range guy, I wanted to pick Master Chief badly, but I kind of wanted to be a little bit trickier with that, so I actually picked Time Shift for whoever was in the beta suit, because they never said his name, but he had the power to reverse and speed up time as he pleased, so that way it would give him combat advantage and stuff like that. And that would be my 3, because let's face it, time control beats all. So fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Love you too.
I love you too, Robert. Guess who's next now?
Me.
You decided to speak up. Yes, sir. You in the front.
Yeah. And I just realized there's a giant glitch in my system.
Uh-oh.
Because I realized that when we were talking about price, I put him as melee when he would be ranged. And then range I already has Mega Man. So now I just got to throw it all together, see what I get. So, for ranged, I'm going to drop Mega Man X, go with Price. He's an old bastard. He's fired every gun in the game and survived everything.
I'm taking that you're talking about Call of Duty Price,
Yes,
right? I
Call
can't
of
think of
Duty.
another Price
Yeah.
in other games, but I want to make sure it's not like, Price never did that in blah, blah, blah video game. Fuck you, nerd.
Call of Duty Price has been through hell. He's killed just about everybody. Almost been killed. And then
You're forgetting the biggest thing. He's got a sick-ass mustache.
that too.
And mustaches.
Which much resembles Jeff from Achievement Hunter at this point.
Oh.
It does actually very, very much so.
So for melee weapon, I'm going to keep it with Dart from Legend of Dragoon.
I fucking hate that game.
Because it's a long game.
I love the gameplay. I hate the last 30 minutes.
I'm going to pick him with the Dragoon abilities and all that, with his sword and all those physical abilities. Melee weapon's the way to go with him.
Yeah. That,
And-
if I remember, he had some badass combos.
I'm going to say screw you to retrieving my manhood with melee, hand to hand. Green Ranger.
Oh,
Mighty Morphin Green Ranger.
Okay, now,
Go
are
on
you
there.
talking about like the side-scrolling beat-em-up games?
No.
yeah, it has
Oh,
to be
yeah.
a video game
Yeah.
character, so.
So yeah, the side scroll. Well, technically, never mind. The Green Ranger wasn't in it. So White Ranger from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie game.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm sure you could probably find like a Green Ranger game in Japan somewhere where it's
No.
like Street
Well,
Fighter.
there are for like the iOS and stuff like that.
In that movie game, was he Tiger Zord or Eagle?
It mixed between the two.
Okay.
Yeah, because at a certain point it switched.
Yeah, I've never played.
I
that
think
game.
for the first 2 or 3 levels, he was Tiger Zord, and it was like Ivan Ooze destroying the command center. Now go get your powers.
All right.
By the way, you have an eagle now. Fuck off.
Oh, but by the way, this wasn't in the movie, but we're still going to have you fight all these other villains that were earlier in the season when you were the Green Ranger. So
All right.
Well, it's a video. If you made a game about like just that, it would be like, hey, guess what? You got fucked up. Hey, guess what? You're on the island with the hot chick spinning the whistle sticks. Hey, now you're
you
off the
know?
island fighting ooze in space.
fun fact: did you know that that chick was originally casted? She had to drop out for surgery for cancer. They originally replaced her with Mariska Hargitay, who plays Benson on SVU. And then once the other girl was available, they were like, "We don't want you anymore. We're bringing her back."
Oh,
They had shot like almost every scene with that character in it with Mariska Hargitay, but then they were really, really wanting that other girl. But they were like, "Sorry, you're still gonna get paid, but
you know why?
we really want her for the movie."
She makes a better toy. Josh, you're up.
I just
no.
want to comment about his, because if they made that movie strictly the way it was into a game, it would just be a massive platformer where your only enemy is the ability to fall to your death. And then suddenly you're fighting in a giant robot.
Press X for
Well,
no
you
shot.
gotta jump up the platform so you get to the head of the robot to jump in.
Well, yeah, but
And
then
then
you're
you control
fighting in
the
a giant robot after
Well, no, 'cause
being
they
in a
have the
platform
exit
the entire
feet.
time. You would have no idea what is going on. It'd be the worst segue in game history.
I'd still play it.
Much like in my turn, which is my weapons guy, the guy who's going to be like swinging his weapons, maybe even using a giant god fist, Kratos.
Sorry, you saying that line, I'm totally going to re-edit you and just bleep out weapon. My guy's swinging his big boop and, his godlike boop. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, definitely for weapons when it comes to of the bladed variety, Kratos. I'm sorry, the little those chain daggers. They just hit this mean little part of me that like I don't even have to get near you to put holes in you.
You talk about that being the mean part. He fucking impaled a sea serpent's head on a broken mast of a ship in the very first time you meet him. It's like, by the way, he's impaling shit. Like, that's the mean part, though, is that he's got a dagger on his chain.
I was too glossed over by the fact that there was a little mini game where he fucks bitches for red orbs. So...
Well, yeah, you get to see so much of that with the vase.
Hey, that vase tells a very vivid story.
If you play that game on mute, you just played a quick time sequence to knock over a vase.
My second one is Rick Taylor, and this is for my just straight up beat 'em up guy. You know, uses his fist, and then if he's dismembered, uses his arm.
I'm totally hearing Rip Taylor from like the end of Jackass movies with the confetti, like, yeah, show's over, folks, and just like that made the image way better.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give.
But Rick Taylor is the character. He starts out as a really nerdy guy at the beginning of Splatterhouse. Then he gets a mask. The mask calls out to him, says, "You know, you're bleeding out on the floor here. You're gonna die, or you can put me on, and I'll save you." And that's it. That's basically the explanation it gives, and then it just, you know, dogs you for the entire game.
So essentially, nerd gets powers, gets a little bit stronger. Billy.
No, not a little bit stronger. Stronger.
if you
He
watch-
like doubles
if
in height and like
Nonetheless,
quadruples
still
in
Billy.
width at his
Yeah,
shoulders.
if this
I'm
would be
seeing
the
a theme.
equivalent of, like, hey, you're Bruce Banner and now you're Hulk.
Oh, okay.
But Hulk was done by Frank Miller instead, and he's ripping people's faces in half.
Yeah, this game is all about pouring the blood, because that's how you'll regain your health, that's how you can get more abilities, and yeah, again, you can beat your enemies to death with your own dismembered arm.
So see, that's a dangerous thing, because now you're just beating people down and becoming stronger as him. Like, you can just beat the Green Ranger to death and be like, and I'm stronger for the other ones.
Yeah.
That's right, the Green Ranger went first.
But he did win in Superpower Beatdown against
yeah.
Scorpion. That was a
Yeah.
good fight.
Oh, that was White Ranger though.
Well, that was my essential character, but they turned into Green Ranger for that conversation.
Yeah.
But White Ranger did win. And that was
I didn't pay attention to yours, to be honest.
No.
It's not totally teasing.
And your final?
Yes,
Tease.
for my ranged weapon guy is Hori Taizo.
Who the fuck is a Hori Taizo?
Hori Taizo is Dig Dug guy.
The Dig Dug guy.
Yeah, the little white and blue guy that, you know, hits people with the little pump, just does 4 pumps, and they go... That's it. That's all it takes, because they can't do shit once that pump is on them.
That's true, because like everything else is like I'm a fucking dragon underground. I'm teleporting through rocks and breathing fire at you. But like once he gets that little fucking dart, he's like, oh, well, I guess I'm fucked. Please, guys, help, guys. Please, help, guys, guys. Splat. That they need to make like a realistic version of that, where the inside of these caves are just fucking guts everywhere. Like, that place has to smell like shit for being underground, considering how many, like, creatures and, like, little balls with feet. I don't even know what the fuck they were supposed to be.
Pukas? I think they're called... Is pukas?
What the fuck's a puka?
The little balls with goggles?
Yeah, what the fuck does it...
It's a puka.
What's its purpose?
It's a puka. To get popped.
Like, I can understand, like, fuck the dragons, keep them down there, but a puka was just jumping around with corrective lenses.
It's annoying.
Like, that's how we kill things now?
Apparently, that's how
If
you
we
did
find
it.
something annoying, we take a fucking bicycle pump and a javelin and, like, fill him full of air.
If you're Hori Tazo.
He's considered a hero in his universe.
This is sounding a lot like a old world issue, but I'm not going to bring it up.
Like a old world with the number 2 in it issue.
We find you annoying. Why don't you die?
Exactly. I totally got the reference as soon as I said it. I'm like, wow. Haru, whatever the fuck his name was, is a fucking Nazi. He's a Nazi scientist. It's all an allegory.
I honestly think we just found the underlying message of that game.
We might have.
And he's a huge...
So what's
Yeah,
the
so that
symbolism
means
of the
they won.
dragons? The allies?
Yeah, I would see that. Like, we were better. We were better. I'm gonna say it. USA.
Except for the fact that in the little Dig Dug universe that's connected to also Mr. like Drills something, is he's a hero. And he's the hero of the Dig Dug incident, as if like these things came about. Like suddenly there were dragons and pukas everywhere underground because something happened.
Well, you also realize that the Nazis thought they were heroes of their nation too, right?
But this is post.
Okay.
Even Germany says no. It's just not.
So far we've got a Power Ranger on the board. We have a Final Fantasy character, a Legend of Dragoon character, a neo-Nazi guy with a bike pump. Scott, I need to hear yours so that way I can fucking decimate you.
All right. So starting with my ranged fighter, ranged weaponry. I'm going with Injustice Green Arrow.
He's already fucked. We have guns.
Specifically in the his insurgency costume. That one's better. Yeah, get close to him.
That's true. He's a fucking sniper with
I
that.
can dig. Like with no resistance. Remember?
When
Look,
is that
a
ever?
hole!
When is ever that an argument? It's like you're about to get your shit fucked up. What do? I dig.
Diglet dig, diglet dig.
Trio.
This has gotten way too nerdy.
He digs with no resistance. It's just, I'm going down now.
That's true.
Yes, but the moment the Green Arrow feels any kind of
There
disturbance under his
obviously
feet...
is no disturbance.
No, under his feet.
No, with the fluidity of which he goes downward.
There's going to be a disturbance once the top
You
even gets
assume.
moved.
If it followed the same rule of physics that the real world
Anyways,
does.
Green Arrow fucks him up.
No, bike pump.
So I've got Green Arrow. Melee weaponry, I'm going with Etsu Auditori.
Bike pump.
The bike pump solves all.
You know what? Just because you want to go that way, I'm going Goku. I fly. You can't bike pump me. I'm gonna spirit bomb your ass.
That's true. Plus, the bike pump had a range, didn't it? Like
It had a limited range, yes.
So it could only, like, if you assume that guy was like 6 feet tall, which he fucking wasn't 6 feet tall, but like it only went like 4 squares out. Why do I remember this shit? And I think that like that would only be like 24 feet of range.
Only?
That's
a long ass bike pump.
Well, it's a long ass bike pump, but like compared to the guy with a gun, compared to the guy with a gun for me, and compared to the guy with fucking
Laser beams?
Yeah, laser beams.
So
24
we're-
feet's not going to get you shit.
So the neo-Nazi's dead.
Yes.
Is what we're saying.
Oh, that's why I have the God Killer.
God damn it. I think the chains only had 24. I think they're
Well,
all.
That's your combat range is 24 feet.
To stick up for Goku,
That
he fought a
existed
god.
those chains.
Yeah.
And lost.
It was a draw.
Eh.
It was a draw.
Still lost.
No, it was a loss.
I'm trying to hold.
No, I'm sorry, but I have to say it was a loss. I forgot the god's name.
Bills.
Bills. He was only using what 80% of his power.
Sorry,
at
did
the
you
end
just
of the
say
combat?
like the god's name was Bills?
It's
Yeah.
Bill. It's supposed.
Lord
and
Bill's
Whist-
God of Destruction.
Bills and Whist, both of their names were derived from beer and whiskey, but they don't have an R in Japanese, so it's Bills or Billis, depending on how you pronounce it. And then Whist is named after whiskey.
Oh god, no, sorry. I'm just realizing how like stereotypical
So
that is.
you're telling me that effeminate thing that's way more powerful than the dog-looking thing is called whis, as in whiskey, which I like is one of the meanest liquors to me.
More powerful than beer.
I'll give you that, but it's not effeminate in my mind.
Yeah, it's true.
But
Like
could
it-
you imagine him once he got down to business?
Oh yeah.
Because look at Goku, he
Yeah,
can be
I'm
like.
gonna bend you over the table and make you like it.
So,
And
anyways,
Whis is stronger than Bill. So yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
huh? Yeah, fuck your choice of Goku.
Budokai Tenkaichi 3 Goku, which means that he can go Super Saiyan 3.
That's great. Yeah, fuck,
And if need be, fuse.
fuck
Okay,
your guy.
then never mind my god choices out the window.
No, we're locked in. But I'm already
No,
saying.
I'm just saying when I was saying that Goku has fought a god, but that game he
Yeah,
hasn't. It would have
yeah.
to be the game Battle of Z.
Haha, you got schooled.
I wasn't gonna go Battle Z just because Super Saiyan. No, that's just.
But he gets teammates in Battle Z.
It's mean.
Anyways, fuck your choice.
Why?
Because fuck your choice.
Spike pump.
You can't reach him.
Says you. He has to land at some point.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, out of sheer boredom, because Goku will not destroy a planet sheerly because my enemy's on that planet. I'm gonna blow it
He
up.
doesn't have to destroy the planet. You're not that resilient. He has to hit you with the weakest beam he can, and you're dead.
He has to find me first.
Robert, it
And
sounds
that's
like
He
not
can
this.
sense your energy.
I
Energy
have
sensing is
energy.
bullshit, but he
Hi,
can.
Scott.
It sounds like this is going to turn into a 9-man battle against Goku and two of his friends. Where it's like you have Goku, the guy in the white robe, and whoever the fuck else you said.
The guy with the bow.
Yeah, the guy with the bow. And then there's just going to be like 9 guys, a guy with the bike pump. Sorry, that's still like the most... It's a creative choice, I'll give you that. Because like once you get the bike pump in you, if you go with the game logic, you are fucked. Nothing you can do. You are absolutely boned. But if we were picking a team, that would be the last guy I picked. Like, it would be like him and Pac-Man against the wall. And I'd be holding the basketball as team captain 1 and be like, Pac-Man. I know he can't pass. And he'll probably eat the ball, but fuck Dig Dug.
Waka, 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 waka.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I totally think that Scott won the draft just because he fucking picked Goku. He threw the DBZ dick out on the table. Happy Mother's Day.
Now, mind you, I do have to say we discussed this previously, and I went first
I know I should
in my
pick
picks,
Vegeta.
so...
Yeah, and then you actually had the audacity to argue, like, well, it's your guys' Stomp's time, so he could totally beat Goku.
Oh, I had forgotten that Goku could fly.
Yeah, Goku can fly. Which,
Goku has died 4 times and then decided, I'm bored of living.
Has it been 4 times?
Yeah.
If not, it doesn't matter. It's been more than once.
Yeah,
He's reached the
See,
point
now
of
I got
being
you thinking.
bored of living.
Because Raditz, Cell was second.
he's also responsible for a lot of death of planets.
No, he's only died twice.
Yeah, he's only died twice, because he was already dead when he was fighting Boo.
No,
And he got brought back, but then he never died thereafter.
he died during Frieza's fight. He actually fell into the lava and he died in that moment.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. Because the only time
No,
like,
you're
you-
talking-
You're talking Frieza Saga.
Yes.
No.
He never died during Frieza Saga.
No.
Did he ever have a halo over his head?
No, it was that
Then he
fast.
didn't die.
Because what I'm talking about is the moment where they see him get blown into the lava by the blast from Frieza. Then they switch over to them making the wishes that everyone on Namek is brought back.
And then it shows him getting in his pod and leaving the planet before it
No,
blows up.
And then he goes back after Frieza. And that's not I'm not talking
The
half Frieza, like Frieza with one arm and like torso, upper torso.
You know what? No. Look, I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch it, and we're going to see what that is. Because, no. I don't.
The wish was for everyone to come back to life and be on Earth.
Yeah,
Goku
yeah.
wasn't on Earth.
No, it was everyone. They wished everyone back to life on Namek.
Right.
Yeah, and then they had alternate wish because they still had the Namekian ball. Yeah, I'm sorry. That whole season was. that season was confusing.
Didn't they say something along the lines of like they wished for Goku back and like he couldn't be brought back because he was still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It was,
thing.
That
it
was once
right
they were on
after
Earth.
the Frieza Saga.
Yeah.
They were like, bring my father back to life. He's not dead. All right, well, bring him back
shit.
from where he is.
Yeah, shit.
He doesn't want to come back.
He's
Yeah,
living-
What?
Daddy said no to you. He was bored of living, and then he was bored of his son.
And then the first episode of the next series, Gohan's trying to get his boots to fit.
Ugh,
God damn it.
sad.
Change topic. So, since we're already on the nerd vein anyways,
Aren't we
I think
always?
it's time for another Music Wars, which, by the way, Scott won it last time. I refuse to believe it. We're going to come up with a completely new system for this one involving polls or something like that, something official, because Scott can't win.
I won.
I refuse to have you be the winner of that.
I won, and you have to live with that knowledge.
Nope, never.
It is out on the internet forever.
Nope.
Not really.
We never announced it on the webpage.
But you did just announce it here.
Oh,
Shit.
editing.
Edit point. Edit point. So, for this one, I think that we're going to go with pick a superhero and pick an alternate theme song for that superhero. So, for example, like, you can't be like Superman with the Superman theme. Yay! Like, pick something a little bit more modern. Actually, instead of superhero, just anyone from the comic universe. So if you want to do one for fucking Jimmy Olsen from the Daily Planet, Jimmy Olsen can have a theme song.
Look at this photograph.
And you sing Nickelback. You're lucky you don't get the fuck out of this place right now. Fuck you. Did anyone want to volunteer to go first, Josh? I totally threw you under the bus. I think that someone else has one first.
All right, I'll go first.
Ah, we have a volunteer. Robert, go.
Oh, okay.
Because fuck Scott.
So, we were talking about this earlier, and I guess the only one I could really think of is Ghost Rider with Ring of Fire. With that nice parody that you made up.
Oh, with the whole, like... Ah, man, I can't even remember it on the spot now, but just...
fell into a
burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames grew higher.
No, it was.
Yeah, that Mephisto setting him on fire. I don't know. I think that we sang too much of it already, so we might get in trouble with copyright. I decided to go the opposite way, personally. And I wanted to go with... Shit. Oh, I'm going to have to use this one anyways.
Never heard of that character. Who's
Shit. Shit was a shitty character.
Clearly.
Shit, fuck. I gotta go with a parody, and it's gotta be Deadpool with Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball as his theme song. Because it's an easy out. Deadpool is
You
an
could just
easy out.
see it. You could just see it. Him riding on a wrecking ball, going through a wall full of office people, and just shooting everyone while he's riding.
And
I see it more like him cutting the chain and riding the wrecking ball through the
That's it.
office.
Either way,
Or
he's
combine them both.
naked.
Yeah.
Except for his mask, right?
Except for his mask.
And his belt. He needs to carry something.
Yeah. Maybe he keeps his weapons in other places on Wrecking Balls when he's naked.
Ouch.
Anyone? Bueller?
Josh, you ready?
Bueller.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Alright, go ahead.
Bueller.
The Hulk, tiptoe through the tulips by Tiny Tim.
Oh, god damn it. You did that just to make me put it on the fucking page, didn't you?
No.
Now I have to put an image of the Hulk and a YouTube link of that video. Oh god! And
I'm
Tiny
pretty
Tim-
sure you can find a picture of the Hulk in a tutu too.
I think I've seen it on Tumblr.
I'm worried about googling the Hulk and anything else besides the Hulk. I don't have a safe search.
His best chance would be like Kronk from that little offshoot show from Dexter's Lab.
Yeah.
Was that the Justice Friends?
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, it was the Krunk Valhalla.
It wasn't
Valhallan.
Captain Glory or something like that.
Major Glory.
Major Glory. Thank you.
Don't thank me, thank Justice for Pies. Anyways, solid choice. I like the little paradigm that you did there. Paradigm.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm saying. Scott, go.
Well, I hate you, Josh, because I was going the funny route as well. My choice is Doomsday with Take On Me. Or Take Me On.
Wait, Take Me On by like Franz Ferdinand or like Take On Me, Aha?
Take On Me, aha.
Okay, so the
What's the
Take
first
On
verse?
Me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He
Take Me
found
On.
you.
So Robert, okay, I'm taking this. Robert here just Googled Hulk in a tutu, and we got bettersoups.tumblr.com has a picture of Hulk with, I can't tell if they're pecs or boobs at this point.
I think they're pecs.
I think they're supposed to be pecs, but they're really round pecs with a tutu and ribbons in his hair.
Books? They're a combination
They're
of two.
Becks.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they're pecs. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, I'm noticing something about this picture. He's got awkward fingers and toes.
Yeah, somebody can't draw.
He's got 5 fingers, but only 4 toes. So Hulk has a tutu and missing digits.
See if I can find it.
But thank you. No, don't stop Googling that. Please, no more pictures of stuff like that.
You heard him.
Make
No,
up your
don't
mind.
stop.
Yeah, you said don't stop, so keep
So-
going.
Oh, son of a bitch. Double negatives. Sorry, that totally threw me off guard.
So yeah, my choice is Doomsday with
Got it.
Take On Me by the Ahas. I don't know.
By the
I don't know them.
It's by Aha.
By Aha.
Yeah, they only had like one good song. Remember it. They had that awesome video. Someone got an ass full of pipe wrench.
And surprisingly, it's the only song by them at our hookah lounge that doesn't have a music video on the jukebox.
It doesn't. I don't know why. It's like the most beautiful, beautiful video.
Yeah.
And only the most memorable by them. But it has like fucking 19 other videos by Aha. Anyways, the vote is up to you, audience, and most likely us voting for our own shit. So fuck all of us, because I'm gonna negative out. If you vote for yours, I'm gonna vote for mine. We're all just gonna negate each other.
Oh, I was gonna vote for everyone and be really nice. But fuck
You
then.
son of a bitch!
I was
No,
gonna-
I'm finding a system. We're gonna have a poll up
Well,
there. You can vote once,
For the
motherfucker.
image of a naked Ryan Reynolds on a wrecking ball, because that's the Deadpool I'm going with.
Oh god.
Just with the mask. I was gonna vote for you.
I don't know. I'm sure if I Google that, someone has thought of this already. And you take out your phone. So while you take out your phone,
Hopefully it'll be like 5 seconds.
check for the poll for Music Wars. You can vote for me with Deadpool, his theme song being Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus, or...
My vote, my choice, whatever, I don't know.
okay, you're already selling yourself.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Doomsday with Take On Me by Aha.
Tiptoe Through the Tulips by the Hulk.
Wait,
by Tiny Tim.
Okay, I was going to
But
say,
yeah.
like, buy the Hulk, like, or...
Ghost Rider with Ring of Fire.
Ooh.
And I also found 3 images, but I don't know which one to show you. So I'm trying
God
to
damn
do
it.
big.
Well,
Let
you
me see.
could-
I'll choose.
You can show me
Whoa, that's not.
off the... Oh, God. Why do we have this? Why do we have this?
All right, definitely that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, now I have to see it.
Like a reggae ball.
Okay, yes. I am thoroughly impressed. Thank you, Internet, for never, ever, ever letting me down.
Actually, I think this might actually be an official comic photo.
Alrighty.
It looks like it.
It does. Well done, Brian Posehn. So, that's about time. Like, yeah, I think we're done here. I think my brain can't handle any more of you people. Any of you.
What do you mean, you people?
You people.
Just because I'm a ranger.
Specifically you people.
Excuse
Robert.
me?
I said nothing. I'm Pat,
I'm Rob.
I'm Josh.
and he's not Scott. We're leaving. Bye. For more episodes, updates, and other projects, check us out at cogstopproductions.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at cogstopproductions, and follow us on Twitter at cog_stop.